everything. So we're back with another episode of Chester's Garden. Now, one of the things is we're outside. It's beautiful, beautiful. Well, first thing I would like to say is this is my old camera, so it's not as good as the other ones are. It's not HD, it's not anything. It's an older camera because my other one, we lost the charger and is currently out of battery. So we need to find another charger for it. So from now on, until that gets fixed, we'll probably have it by my next update. We will have this. So there's a lot that went on. This is gonna be probably a very long update. Anyway, so first thing that I'd like to get off to before we even start is that's completely packed up. Right. That's completely packed up. Like, the whole thing is gone. There's no plants in there. The window farms are still there, but, and we have the garden. Man, I can't even see into the screen. There's like, this screen, there's dust in between it, so I can hardly see anything. Not like the other one. But, these are some tomatoes that have had blight problems. We can see that a spider has made that his little home, I guess. Yeah, so, I don't know about these. I don't even know what I'm going to do with these. I think I might just leave them and give them fertilizer. These ones are going to my grandpa. So, you know, these are some of the varieties, and I planted a lot right after that update, but a lot died. And you remember the great white died. It's dead now. I was very sad it died of overwatering. And the one that was on top of the bucket that I was having blight issues in the stem, you know, if you look back to the other one, you'll see. It was having, like, the stem was all shaven of leaves. That actually grew, like, really tall. Like, that's way taller than me. Way taller than me. Like, about that tall. It grew about that tall. Started putting out fruit. I put it out here one day. It wasn't the frost that killed it. The wind blew it over and broke it. And it just got beat up. It was through the night. It was just horrible. I was actually very sad when that happened. So, these are going to my grandpa's, so you don't really need to worry about those. But this is, I think, yellow pear we have in here, red brandy wine. That's a red brandy wine. White brandy wine, super steak. You know, some tomatoes that are going in. Now, let's start where we are. This right here is a yellow tumbler underneath here. This is a, well, we can see I bought this one, Subarctic Maxi. You can tell by the tag, and it is, oh, you can hardly see that, wow. But right, yeah, it's basically impossible to see, but right there, that flower is opening. So, you know, and you're not supposed to, like, some of the ones that I'll clip the flowers off of them. I'll clip the flowers and, like, sorry, I'm just going to pause every once in a while and see if I can see anything, but I'll clip the flowers off of them because I want more fruit. But this one, no clipping, it's just supposed to. And then up there, I can't see this at all, but there's strawberries, as you can see. Yeah, there's tons of strawberries. This basket of strawberries. Then, there's some stuff that you might remember, but I think a lot of it died. Peas. Oh, that one was grabbing onto the fence, and I just kind of ripped it off. But the peas, that's all peas. That's going to be some nitrogen-rich soil. This is a sunflower. I think you can see the bud right there. These are some marigolds to keep away the pests. But yeah, there's lots of peas right here. And then I think you'll remember this guy. This is the, I think it's Sicilian glory vine, or Sicilian glory vine, which you saw last time, grown from seed. It's grabbing. We took it off. It was on this stake here. Oh man, this is just, wow, this is it was on this stake here, but you can probably see that we taped this on to the fence because this stake was so loose, and it would just, like, if a wind came by, it would break off. And now this used to be in a pot, but now it's not. No longer is it in a pot. And so this is not a perennial, it's actually an annual, but it grows so fast, it's going to cover this whole fence with beautiful kind of orange flowers. It's going to be really great. Those are plums. Then way over in the corner you have another plum. They're both compass. We had a spalta, but this spalta died, so we replaced it with a compass. This is clematis. Actually, I don't know what type it is. I'm not really flowers. Nelly Mosner. Yeah, I remember that now. It's a Nelly Mosner or Melly Mosner, I don't know. But whatever it is, so you can see that's pretty much it for that. And then, you know, throughout the place you're going to probably see lovage. That's a lovage. It's a type of celery. It's rather early. Now what we have is, you can see the garden, and we have volunteer potatoes. These are volunteers, did not plant. Some people say you should rip them up because they can store blight in them, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to keep them. But these are potato, and potato. Wow, that's nice. So we have our 2 tomato beds right here, and I have to go through every single variety, of course, because it's just how I do it. This right here is a Brandywine, and you can see, actually you can probably hardly see that, we have an opening bud. Right there, we've got opening bud, and right here, these are started from seed, by the way. Opening bud, and look at that opening bud. Wow, that is beautiful. They've got some here. Whether or not I'm going to clip those off, don't know. Sometimes I like to clip them off. I can hear a bee behind me. That's always a good sign. Here we have more pink. This is a pink Brandywine. This was started very late, so that's why it's like that. We still ran drip watering to it, treated it like a plant. Who knows? We don't know what's going to go on. This is one that I bought, a Brandy Boy hybrid. I'm not quite sure. It has some damage on the flower. You probably can't even see that. It has some damage. We have some flowers that are opening, but you know what looks like is happening? It looks like the inside of the flower. Brandywine flowers are weird. I just realized that. But it looks like the inside of the flower, it's not fully developed yet. It's starting to open. Looks on the inside, some pieces are like turning brown and falling off. So I don't know. Probably blossom end rot. This is a yellow tumbler. This was started actually. Tumblers grow fast. As you can see, this little age, man oh man, it's got tomatoes on it. We've given all these fish fertilizer. I've got a big bucket of it. So, you know, this is Brandywine. This was started right after my last video, this one. So it's very large, and I can actually see there might even still be some aphids on it. I got seeds for Brandywine, so I just planted them up. You can see right there, some flowers. I don't know, I just like to beat them a little, just to make sure they get pollinated, because sometimes, you know, bees don't do their job. And then we even have some small tomatoes. Very tiny ones, and I think up here we might even have one. Yeah. I swear we had another. There we go. There's the other one. I had one of these last year, but at that time I didn't actually know that it was called the pink Brandywine. I just called it a tree tomato, because that's at the greenhouse, that's what they said. It called it a tree tomato, so I just called it that. But I look back on the pictures, and it was a Brandywine, but I think it died of overwatering. So this is a Russian heirloom, a Royzovi, and it's supposed to produce a very large tomato. So I'm rather excited about this. And I'm not actually pruning as harsh as I normally would with these tomatoes. I kind of want to grow these, you know, just let them go, like nature intended. So this right here is a Royzovi. Pretty nice looking. I mean, it's a Royzovi. You can see there's a bud right there. I think I showed you that kind of. You know, we got more. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. But see this? These are these were started late. Let me just get that Brandywine leaf out of there. That's a Brandywine leaf that broke off. 2 pink Ponderosas. I really wanted to try that variety, so I hope I get something from it. And this is a Brandywine, which has some stuff on its leaves. This is another Brandywine, which I don't know if you can see, but the top has like this yellowing on it. Like, it's really, I don't know. And so I don't know what to do with this Brandywine. It looked so nice for a while, and it was growing beautifully, so beautifully, but it just gave up. That's interesting. Here we have a CC Red, as it is called. I think, yeah, it's got flowers coming on it. It's kind of like a patio design, you can see. Very stocky, kind of sturdy, you know. Wind comes by, I don't think this one's going to be knocking down. This is a Beef Master. And you can see right here, this big, beautiful flower. Man, oh man. And then it's got these. Wow, this has been growing. And this whole garden, like, it's been in here for a couple, I think, a week or two now. Man, oh man. This is the mystery tomato of a mystery. I've got no idea what this is. It actually, well, one day, I guess I wasn't labeling, and I didn't label it, so it's now the mystery. Wow, I'm not that close to the tomato. This camera is very weird. But yeah, you can see, it's very, yeah. This is a lemon boy. Again, started kind of late, so that's why it's so small. And then this was planted actually way before, so before this bed was even established. So that's why it isn't in the, as I like to call it, brandywine bed. This is another brandywine. This is a totem right here. And what happened to the totem is, now you can't see it, is we put it on early. We had clutches. Those are clutches right there. We've ripped them off because there's no frost anymore. But what happened right here is right there you can see, and right down there, there's a big gaping hole you might be able to see. And that's because the top of the tomato was frosted, so I just kind of broke it off. Very crudely, actually, just broke it off. So I broke it off, and you can see right there, there's flowers, flowers, flowers. It's got a couple large branches. This was started at the same time that other kind of patio one on the end was started. I'm sure you'll, yeah, I'm sure this would be as large as that one, but it got frosted, so it was a little bit set back, but suckers are kicking in, and it should just start booming and going up again, and, you know. And then there's more lovage, but I think it's kind of dying. Yeah, quite a bit of lovage around here. It's like celery, just kind of roots. This is Southern Nights. It's a yellow tomato. You can see we have a nice big blossom there. Nice big blossom there. All my tomatoes are flowering very early. I like that. And then this is a black zebra. This is, by the way, this is basically a row of tomatoes from this one, that one, are all black varieties. This is the only one that isn't, Southern Nights. It isn't, it's actually a very interesting kind of looking variety. It's yellow, kind of, like, and so, yeah, you can see that we have flowers on that, which is nice. Now, also, what you can probably see is, look at the black zebra here, and it is growing beautifully. It's got 2 plants right here, so if we separate these, let's hope you can see this. Where I'm pushing, this is one plant over here, and this is the next plant. So, that's black zebra. I was gonna grow black prince, but I decided not to go with black zebra because I only have so many slots in the garden. As you can see, this is another black creme. I love black creme. And black tomatoes are nice, along with brandywines. Again, I love brandywines. So, this is a black creme. It's kind of growing up towards this guy. Right here. As you can see, it's kind of growing up towards this guy. I think I'll probably bush these two together, even though they're actually 2 different varieties, so I might have problems with cross-pollination, which could be slightly problematic, because this is a black Cherokee purple. You know, you have Cherokee's yellow, just like you have Brandywine yellow. It's confusing. And you know, some tomatoes, they have the weirdest name, like beefsteak, beef master. What is that? Where did the beef come from? I'm guessing it came from, like, the whole idea that, you know, because, like, they call it the meat of the tomato, right? Like, tomato has, like, a meat. You know, there's the goop, and then anything else is meat. There's the goop that contains the seed, then anything else is meat. And I'm shocked at how much this is growing. When I first put it in the garden, it was about to here. Yeah, where my finger is. Now look at that. It's grown so much, and it's grown so beautifully. It's actually, again, I don't know if you can see that, 2 plants. Yep, it's 2 plants. And all over this thing we bought tiny little tomatoes, and we bought flowers. Like right here, We've got a tomato that has kind of like a deformation. Right here, we had a super huge flower, but the tomato like ripped out of the inside, so it's almost like there's a layer of skin over top. So I don't know if that's actually going to be a nice looking flower at all. But we can see that this thing is so bunched up and everything. It's having problems growing because there's two of them. This is what can lead to problems. And we can see that there's flower clusters. This one's got a big flower right there. What I do to kind of pollinate these without going around and going to every single one is just shake it. Give the cage a little shake, you know, that. This is bushy. I really grew these bushy, and I really like how they're turning out. Some people like to grow them big and long. I like to grow mine bushy. And, you know, it's nice. Here we have a flower. And we have, this is a black crib, which just is cranking. There's a tomato. Like, I don't know if you can see all the tomatoes on this thing. But look at the tomatoes. Like, that's a tomato. That's a tomato. I think that's a tomato. At least, yeah, that's a tomato. You know, there's flowers. Just shake the cage a little. You know, tomato, tomato. There's a tomato down there. Tomato, tomato, tomato. I want to count how many tomatoes are on this thing, but I don't actually know. So I'm eating lots of beautiful tomatoes. It's black creme. That's a Cherokee purple. They're both growing great. We spent like 16 minutes, like 10 minutes just on like tomato bed. Yeah, anyway. So here we are. We have lettuce. And I did have, if you remember in the last update, we had the black carrots. We put them in here, but then I realized, oh crap, they have to be harvested. So I pulled them out and I actually just ate them before doing this. And then I was reminded, oh, I probably should make an update. So this right here is Swiss chard. And it's actually bright lights. So, isn't that interesting? Bright light Swiss chard. And you can actually, you probably can't see this because this camera is kind of old and crappy. But if you look right in the center of the Swiss chard, you can see like the red. And so you can like determine that's going to be a red one, that's going to be a yellow one, that's going to be a green one, that's going to be, yeah. This is Paris Island romaine. And it's coming up clusters. I think this probably isn't going to be the most way that we're going to water this. Probably we're going to switch eventually, but for now it's getting watered by sprinkler. Set perfectly. Here we have Little Grand Rapids, or no, this is just Grand Rapids lettuce that has come up here. This is the carrots. You can hardly see them in the soil, but they're there. These are black carrots. That's the rest of the seed sprinkled in there. And then that is early curled Simpson, which is beautifully early curled and Simpson-y and whatever. So, then on to the pepper bed. And whoa, this just bloomed. Yesterday this was a bud, now it just bloomed. I think that's cool. That's cool. It just bloomed. So I've been watching these marigolds kind of do that. Yeah, you can see over here in this bed. You can see that's blooming and stuff. So that's cool. Got some bloomers. You can see this right here is a barren pepper. This right here is a Shezo or black pepper. Eggplant, I think that's Black Beauty. Burning bush, that's a marigold. And the only reason why this had a cage, this marigold has like a cage on it, is because it was to hold the clutches up, right? And then that has a cage, because eggplant can get huge. I've seen them get huge and bushy. And I like the way these black peppers, or Shezos as they're called, grow. I really love the way they grow. They grow like so amazing. We've got actually a small pepper right there. You can see it's starting to grow a pepper. So these are hot too. I only eat hot peppers. I don't, except for the barren. It isn't hot at all. The baron or barren. And then this is the only, like, we didn't have any peppers. So what we did is we put black creme tomatoes in there. Yeah, some of them looks like they have like problems with mold or whatever. So I've got no idea. No idea. And then this just got into a mix-up. I've got no idea what these are, but there's a little pepper. These are California Wonder peppers. That's another black pepper. I really like the way the black peppers grow. So that is the pepper bed. This is all the raindrip stuff. And we keep trying to put raindrip into the squash bed. The problem with it is, there's one problem, and the fact is, every time we buy, sorry, I'm just, ugh. Every time we buy, like, we get the 100-foot, and, you know, we can get 50-foot, but we never get the right kind. It's always a little bit bigger. So I guess Raindrip's actual hose is a little bit smaller, just like a tad bit. So, yeah. Anyway, there's another blooming marigold. These are pumpkins. This right here is a pumpkin, a pumpkin, a pumpkin, a pumpkin, which isn't looking too good, a pumpkin, and this is not a pumpkin actually. This is butternut squash. These are long English, but I think they're a little, I've got no idea. I think they might be getting overwatered or whatever. This is a Canada early, and this was started late, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. This is a muskmelon, or as you can call it, cantaloupe. This is a honeydew, early dew, and an early dew over there. Then these are zooks, zucchinis, black beauty zucchini. And you're probably wondering what went there. Well, we had actually a lot of those over there. You can see there's the, what are they called? Long English? Yeah, we had a whole row of them, and it's been reduced to 2 over time. They all kind of just started wilting and rotting and dying, so I'm guessing it's overwatering and beating by the wind and the heat. Ugh, it's been horrible for sleeping lately. But here we have more strawberries, or being strawberries. And on some of these little early dews, they're actually pretty early, I have to say, and they've got flowers. So the only problem with flowers on melons and stuff is you have to wait for female flowers. So all these flowers are pretty much useless. So, you know, I've just been watching them bloom. You know, it's kind of cool. And I believe that would be, that's not it at all. Okay, that's kind of it, but we have here raspberries. Now, I have no idea what type these are, don't even ask. These have been here for about, 15 years, yeah. Basically, what we had originally, this garden hasn't been farmed. This is the first year this garden has been farmed in about 5 years, I'd say. 5, whatever, how many years. So basically what we had down here originally was raspberries, and there was a beautiful garden. Then the raspberries eventually just grew like all the way up there pretty much, and they basically just grew all the way up. And then we ripped all the raspberry down, except for a couple. There was one here, one over there. Ripped all of it down, and when you have soil like that, there's weeds that grow on the hill, and then their seeds blow down into here, and, you know, wreak havoc. Then we have crabgrass gets in here. That's why there's so much crabgrass in here. So we had to rip it all up, turn it, and just basically by hand. No rototiller. We didn't have one. So we had like, it was, wow, all done by a shovel. This whole area. And so I was just, wow. Yeah. So basically, that's what that is. And so those are just some raspberries that we saved. And then, what we have here, this is where the original place where the lovage used to be. And you can see this lovage has got huge leaves on it. It's grown a nice stalk, I think. Lovage is just early. So yeah, we have the raspberries. We'll be getting raspberries from them. Got all that good stuff. I don't think there's really much else. I guess that's it. So, we'll see you later. And this is Chester, and we're gonna head out.